Hello and welcome to AJ Storytime channel for kids. How are you? I hope that you are doing great. I am doing amazing. Please, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell. Let's start with our story time. The first book we are reading is called The Invisible Boy, and this is by Trudy Lockwood. And what we are learning today is about sharing. Okay? The theme for today is about sharing. Let's start. Can you see Brian, the invisible boy? Even Mrs. Carlotti has trouble noticing him in her classroom. She's too busy dealing with Nathan and Sophie. This is Brian here. Nathan had problems with what Mrs. Carlotti calls volume control. He uses his outside voice inside too much. Sophie whines and complains when she doesn't get her way. And Nathan and Sophie take up a lot of space. Brian doesn't. When the bell rings for recess, Micah and JT take rounds choosing kicks for the kickball teams. The best players get picked first, then the best friends of the best players, then the friends of the best friends. Only Brian is left, still waiting and hoping. Oh, poor Brian, guys. Poor Brian. In the cafeteria, Madison and her friends talk about her birthday party. The rope swing over pool was awesome, says TJ. Yeah, so was the water slide, asks Fiona. That was the best pool party ever. I'm so glad you guys have fun, says Madison. Everybody did except Brian. He wasn't invited. Poor little Brian, look. Do you ever feel like that at school, that people don't notice you? At choosing time while the other kids play board games and read, Brian sits at his table doing what he loves to do best. He draws fire-breathing dragons, scaling tall buildings, and space alien like in intergalactic battles, and superheroes with the power to make friends wherever they go. Oh, poor Brian. On Monday morning, Mrs. Calotti introduced Justin, a new student, to the class. Brian smiled shyly at him. Some of the other kids sneaked looks at Justin, trying to figure out if he was cool enough to be their friend. They haven't quite made up their minds yet. At lunch, Madison and JT watched Justin eat with chopstick. What's that? Asked Madison as she points to Justin's food. And the kids laugh, all of them that except Brian. He sits there wondering which is worse, being laughed or feeling invisible. The next day, when Justin goes to his cubby to put away his backpack, he notices a piece of paper with his name on it. Justin, I thought that the bulgogi looked good. Brian, yum. At morning recess, Brian finds a piece of chalk on the ground and starts drawing away. Hey, Justin, Emilio calls out from the read board call. You are next. Sorry, I gotta go, says Justin. By the way, that's a really cool drawing, he adds before taking off. Back in class, Mrs. Carlotti asks the kids to team up in teams of 2 or 3 for a special project. The kids scurry around the room to pay off. Brian heads toward Justin. I am already with Justin, says Emilio. Find someone else. Brian looks at the floor, wishing he could draw a hole right there to swallow him. Aww. Mrs. Calotti gives the class directions for the project. Your assignment is to work together to write a story about what you see in this photograph. Wow, cool, says Emilio. What kind of people do you think will live in houses like that? I don't know, but I bet Brian could draw them to go with our story, says Justin. Brian smiles as he takes out his lucky pen. And there they are working hard, all three: Emilio, Brian, and Justin. It's lunchtime again, Brian's least favorite part of the day. Another 20 long minutes of kids talking and laughing with everyone else but him. Brian! He hears someone shout, "Hey, Brian, over here!" Brian turns and sees Justin waving him over. Emilio nods at Brian as he makes room for him at the table. Maybe, just maybe, Brian is not so invisible after all. The end. Such a nice story about sharing and becoming friends, right? I hope that you don't feel like that at school, and if you do, you must talk to somebody so they can help you, because when you go to school, you need to make friends, you need to enjoy, right? And be happy. The next book is called The Sandwich Swap. Did you ever swap your sandwich at school? Yes? No? This is by Kelly DiPuccio. All right. It all began with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it ended with a hummus sandwich. Salma and Lily were best friends at school. They drew pictures together. They played on the swings together. And they jump rope together. So they like to share everything. And they ate their lunches together. But just what they are was a little different. Lily ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every day for lunch, and Salma ate a hummus and pita sandwich every day for lunch. Do you eat hummus? I like it. I don't eat it every day, but I do like it. And although Lily never said it aloud, she thought Salma's sandwich looked weird and yucky. She felt terrible that her friend had to eat that icky chickpea paste every day. Ew, yuck. And also, Salma never said it aloud. She thought that Lily's sandwich looked strange and gross, and she felt just awful that her friend had to eat that gooey peanut paste every day. Ew, gross. Then one day, Lily just couldn't hold back those pesky thoughts any longer. "Your sandwich looked kind of yucky," she blurted out. "What did you say?" Salma asked, thinking she must have misunderstood her friend. "I say, your sandwich looks yucky." Salma frowned. She looked down at the thin, soft bread, and she thought of her beautiful, smiling mother as she carefully cut Salma's sandwich into two neat holes that morning. Her feelings turned mad. "Yeah, well, your sandwich looked gross, and it smelled bad too," Salma snapped back. Lily looked surprised. She sniffed the thick, squishy bread, and she thought of her dad in his silly apron whistling as he cut Lily's sandwich into two perfect triangles that morning. Lily scowled. "It does not smell bad, does too? Ew, yuck, ew, gross." Uh-oh. Guys, what do you think is gonna happen? That afternoon, the friends did not draw pictures together, they did not swim together, and they did not jump rope together. The next day, Salma ate her lunch at one table and Lily ate her lunch at another. Meanwhile, the peanut butter versus hummus story had spread, and everyone began choosing sides. Each side had something not so nice to say to the other. "Peanut butter breath, jelly head, garlic bread, chickpea brains." Pretty soon, the rule insults had nothing at all to do with peanut butter or humans. You are weird, you stupid, you look funny, you dress dumb. And then it happened. Somebody yelled. Food fight! Peanut butter and human sandwich and other lunch favorites began flying back and forth between both sides of the lunchroom. They stuck to the walls, they stuck to the ceiling, they stuck to the lunch lady. When the sandwiches were all gone, pudding cups and applesauce and carrot stick to fly. Salma and Lily looked at one another from across the splattered room. They both felt ashamed by what they saw. They both felt really ashamed when the principal called them into her office after they had helped clean up the mess. The following day, Salma set her lunch down across from Lily's. The two girls nibbled on their sandwiches in silence. Finally, Lily got up the courage to speak. Would you like to try a bite of peanut butter and jelly? Salma grinned. Sure, why not? Would you like to try my hummus and pita? Lily laughed. I like that. On the count of three. Okay. On the count of three. One, two, three. Yummy. Hey, this is delicious. And this is heavenly. The girls giggled and hugged and traded sandwiches. After lunch, Salma and Lily met with the principal again. This time they were there to suggest a very special event for the whole school. And that's how it began with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and ended with a hummus and pita sandwich. Everyone was eating that. The end. Such a nice book, right, guys? It's all about sharing. I have one more book for you. This one is called Llama Llama, Time to Share. And this is by Anne Dewey. Llama Llama, playing trains, driving trucks, and flying planes. Someone's at the door. Who is it? Brand new neighbors come to visit. Llama, this is Nellie New. Look, she has a dolly too. Mrs. New, would you like tea? Come on and have a cup with me. You two kids can play in there, and Llama, don't forget to share. Trains and trucks and puzzles too. What's the angry girl want to do? Play with kitchen, build with blocks. Llama opened up his box. Nelly started to build a town. Llama starts to frown. Nelly New makes walls and stairs. Llama watches from a chair. Is Llama getting jealous? He don't like to share, right, guys? Nelly stacked the blocks up high. Fuzzy Llama wants to try. Is it a castle? Make it tall. Fuzzy Llama jumps the wall. Build a tower, make a mound. Nelly's dolly rows a boat. What can Llama add? Maybe sharing is not so bad. Little baby Nog makes noise. Mrs. Nog gets jingle toys. Baby screams and kicks his feet. Mama thinks it's time to eat. Moms are talking, baby's chewing. Where is that new girl? What she's doing? Oh, disaster! Dolly drama. Nelly New has Fuzzy Llama. He's not hers. This isn't fair. Llama doesn't like to share. Llama's gonna break her little toy. And she just broke her toy. What happened, Llama? Fuzzy Llama ripped in two, all because of Nelly New. It's a llama emergency. Mama, fix his arm for me. A bit of thread and good as new, but this is what we are going to do. I'll put Fuzzy on the stairs until you are sure that you can share. Nelly's sorry, Llama too. Isn't time for something else to do? Maybe tractors, maybe not. Like to dress up? Not a lot. Let's play kitchen, make a cake. Nelly misses. Llama's bake. Look, our fancy cake is done. What will make this game more fun? Fuzzy Llama on the stairs. Llama think it's time to share. Playtime's over, it's the end, but Llama has a brand new friend. Nelly will be back and then Llama wants to share again. The end. I hope that you enjoyed the story time for today. Remember to share with your friends your toys, okay? So you can have a lot of friends. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye.